We have just kick-started Fastlane Drive 2025, and I'm sitting in the car in a McLaren with Richard Haubrich. All right. We all want to hear your story, and of course, everyone wants to know what you do for a living, but I know there's a lot more than that. You have a lot more to offer than that, so go for it.
Absolutely. Well, I guess I got it. The biggest thing is, why get into cars? You could do something else. You could buy art, you could travel. The beautiful thing is you can do art and travel in a car, all in one.
What are we driving in today?
Yeah, we're in a 2018 McLaren 570S Spider Edition. It was the launch year. They made the convertibles. So it's a great vehicle. It's actually, I think the core of the engine is actually a Honda, which is crazy, but it's been a fantastic car to own. I've had it about 4 years, and it runs like a top. It's been great.
I'm sitting with Michael Faka in his 296 GTS, and he's about to share a story with us.
Yeah, I don't know how exciting my story is, but I retired about a year and a half ago at 65. I was an oil broker for 40, or in the petroleum business for 42 years, an oil broker, partnered in a firm for 39 years. And at the end of my retirement, I said, I'm going to treat myself to something. So I went out and bought a Ferrari, and have obviously gone down the Ferrari rabbit hole because this is the third one that I've purchased. I've purchased a classic one that is a Dino, 72 Dino that's being fully restored. But I guess this club, Fastlane Drive, came to Austin a couple years ago. It sounded interesting, great way to meet people, share experiences, and so far I've been enjoying it. I haven't participated in a lot of these drives, but I look forward to continuing to participate in these drives.
I am currently sitting with Brad, the owner of Fastlane Texas, and he's about to tell you what Fastlane is all about.
Yeah, so Fastlane is unique in the fact that it is, we like to say, if the YPO Group, Soho House, and Gumball Rally had a baby, it would be Fastlane. We're going to turn down our radio here. I guess what would be important is to know how I became a member of Fastlane and why I became a member. Clement is a good friend of mine, and he is the owner of the brand. And I met him in 2019 when we were both living in San Diego. And he had this vision to connect just high-level individuals, high-level entrepreneurs that were all great people and shared their love for exotics all across the world. And being someone who values community, I do it for a living. I have a company that teaches emotional intelligence. There we go. Always opportunities to have fun. I really value people finding communities and finding their peers and being around like-minded individuals. So fast forward to 2022, I had moved to Austin, and I spoke with Clem and I said, hey, I know a little bit about Fastlane, but I would love to explore what it could look like to have Fastlane be in Austin, Texas. And I had two non-negotiables. I said, Clem, I want to start a car club, or I want to be around a community of people that love cars, but I have two non-negotiables. And one is I don't want to be around people that are trying to be something that they're not. because they have a fancy car. That's not the stage of my life I'm in. And then the other side is, I don't want to meet at 7 a.m. in a Buc-ee's parking lot to rip donuts so we can throw it up on TikTok. I've graduated past that portion of my life. And he said, perfect. You've described Fastlane. Fastlane is definitely not that. Fastlane is just great people that are highly successful, that want to be around other great people, and they have a love for cars and driving. I said, that sounds perfect. So we launched in 2023, and it's just brought in some of the best people that Austin has, and such a diversity. The level of business people that we have here, and the diversity of business has been really, really impressive. And the lengths that Fastlane goes to keep the group exclusive is what keeps the culture tight. So, we get locally, I must get 400, 500 applicants a month, and we only accept 10%. And that goes into our interview process and the vetting process. We want to make sure that everybody that's in the club is the right fit, and it's ultimately what they're looking for as well. Because if you think about most car events, like Cars and Coffee events or most car club events, you go, you do the thing, you might mingle with some of the people there, and then you leave. But there's not really any connection amongst the community. And that's what Fastlane has done really, really well, is locally connecting people, but also nationally connecting people. Some of my best friends now live in Scottsdale, Arizona. They live in Miami, Florida. They live in Los Angeles. And I don't know where I would have met them, given that we're not in the same industries. We're certainly not in the same cities. I wouldn't have met them anywhere. And to be able to find a place that values community at the highest level, and to give other entrepreneurial people an opportunity to meet their people, like-minded individuals that are having fun, having a great time, and want to do it with people that value the same thing is pretty special.
I am with Greg Carlson and John Cronin in a Cybertruck, and they're about to share their story, an inspiring story. So you don't have to sit in the back seat like me, you can sit in the front. How do you do that, Carlson?
Yeah, so what I'd like to divulge a little bit today is, let's focus on John's story. Because, fun fact, John's last car was a Porsche 911, which is a lot of folks' dream cars. The only reason John had to trade it in is simply because he's a big dude. What are you, 6'3"?
6'5", Greg.
He's 6 foot. Okay, I was way off. He's 6'5", so it simply didn't fit. So he wanted the speed, he wanted the luxury. So what did he go for? A Cybertruck. Okay, this is John's second Cybertruck, and what ultimately led him up to this, knowing him on a personal level, is the utmost level of focus. John is able to take an arrow and shoot it through a Cheerio on a windy day. That's how focused he is. So let's tap a little bit into the business, John. What do you do for work?
Greg, I own a digital marketing company on a day-to-day. We also do AI, technology, and advanced programming. And, it's a huge passion of mine, is innovation and really driving the foot forward in life and in business. And that's why, me and Greg partnered up together to create Elite League International.
Yeah, now we've all heard the term that attitude is everything. And based off general conversation, John, I noticed that you have an attitude when it comes to your work ethic. And I mean that in the most positive of ways, because I've heard you say things such as, nobody is better than me. So where does that come from? Do you start saying that before you become the best? Or do you earn the right to say that? What happens first?
You wake up every morning and you say that. And you have to have that confidence every day in your life. Because if you don't have that confidence, nobody's going to have it for you.
Dang. So what you're saying is confidence can be created. It can be manifested. Then you do the activity to achieve the results. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, you have to have the greatness within you to be able to drive your foot forward, in everything that you do day to day. If you don't have that, then, for example, if I want to get up at 4:30 in the morning and I don't promote myself to do so, then, you know, I'm going to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I have to have that action in my life every day to achieve that level of satisfaction for myself.
What I'm hearing you talk about is exercising the power of choice.
Correct.
And it seems to me that you have made the choice to tell yourself these things, to take these actions. But what ultimately led you to make the decision to take action? So what was it about? What happened in your life?
I would say,
flip that switch.
you know, it's really growing up in the family that I came from and having a father figure that had that action and instilled that in me. So.
Wow, yeah, and that reminds me of how 80% of your success is based on your environment.
Correct.
Right? So it begs the question, how do the viewers, if they're not in an environment that encourages success, how do they find that, right?
Like Elite League International, you know, you got to find the right group of people that's going to promote you and be by your side to give you that extra push of motivation that you need on your day-to-day.
Right, and I've heard the term accountability is the breakfast of champions. How true is that?
That's 100% accurate, yeah.
Now, you work with a team, right?
Correct, yeah.
Right. Do they hold you accountable, or do you lead the ship in that regard?
Everybody has their own voice, and if I'm not doing something right, I want to know. So any way that I can improve and do things better, it's so important to learn from others.
Yeah, the success of our lives and our businesses is based off of a sound foundation of principles. And it seems to me like you've implemented that principle of accountability into your business. You've left the floor open for everybody to speak. So even you as the CEO, if you're not doing something to optimal levels, people are free to tell you that. They're able to speak their minds and then ultimately drive the what do you want to call it? The ship forward.
Yeah.
Right? Does that sound right?
That's 100% correct, Greg.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. You know, it's Saturday. Fired Up Friday has since passed us, but it doesn't matter. We're still fired up on a Saturday. Thank you so much, John, for sharing your moment of inspiration here. Really appreciate it.
You got it, Greg. Anytime.
All right, bro. Stay fired up.
Say what?
Stay fired up.
Looks amazing.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy your drive today with Fastlane?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great drive. Brad and John always put together really good drives, and they're really committed to making sure that everybody has a great time, and we love it.
So you enjoy being part of Fastlane and the community and everything?
Yeah, it's the best around because it's not just about cars, it's about the community, and I particularly like the way that they're very selective with who they let into there because they want quality people in there. Not to be snotty or stuffy or anything like that, but quality people as in like-minded people that can network and talk about, you know, where they are in life and everything. And so we find it a place to get away, kind of forget about work and have a lot of fun.
But also what's so nice is there's so many other chapters, and if you like to travel, even around the world, we had so much fun. We went to the Miami event.
Oh, wow.
And it happened to be on my birthday weekend, and we just had a blast. Everything was curated, from the yacht trip to the dinners to the drives. It was a memorable event. So it's nice that Fastlane has all these other chapters around the United States and now the world too, that you can go and then connect with other people. So we've made other friends in the other chapters as well.
That's awesome.